Okay everyone, for this week's Hive Inspection, we're preparing some more frames in case it happens to be time to expand. And I haven't come up with that better way yet. I've been doing other things. Sorry. So we're still doing it the stupid way, but this is what needs to be done. Gotta get these horizontal wires in here. So we've already cut all of our wires to length. Started off making an end piece for them by just soldering on a piece of copper wire here. This happens to be 12 gauge, which is pretty rigid, with the old soldering gun. And then if you want this to go faster, what you should do is go get a can of water to dip this in. Okay, now that our wire has an end piece, we'll begin fishing it in. And I'll alternate what side of the wax the wire goes on for added strength, even if it's not perfectly embedded in the wax when we're done. So, next hole, we're on this side. Oh my. So about keeping tension on these things. So pull it and fold it over and keep your finger on it. Then do the same the other way and fold it over and keep a finger on it, and so on until you reach the end. And there we're at the end. Two on that side, two on that side, and you tie it off somehow. That's really up to you. Get it folded over a few times so it'll hold its tension firstly. Okay, and then once again I still need to make a jig sort of setup for this to make it more efficient, less tedious. But what's working for us so far is we've got a third of an old laptop battery here, which happens to be three 18650 lithium cells in parallel. So we're working at 3.6 to 4 volts here, and going one wire at a time. Where's the end view? There we go. I'll turn it over. One wire at a time. I hook that up at either end of one length until it heats up just enough to embed into the wax. Here's what I forgot already from last time. It's easier if you do the wire on the opposite side, so you can watch it appear as it melts through the wax. Of course, if you've wired these properly tightly, you won't be able to attach your alligator clips to it. Alright, like so. Bam! Ooh, a little much heat over there. That's okay. And there's a frame. I just tried another method of tie-off at the end here, where I just solder it to another wire there, pull it tight, hold it there, and solder it to another bit of wire. It might be easier and neater. Now I can just clip off all of the excess wire there. Boy, if there's a message to this channel at all, it's don't just be a cat on a freezer. Okay, here we are a week from our first real inspection. Ready to do this again. We're doing this fairly frequently now since we're new to this. Got our potential new hive buddy here, if they're ready for it.
We are going on about almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks, about 2.5. So let's see how everybody's doing. Oops. It's not stinging me. ready for a second hive box. Looks like they still have about 4 frames unused.
Yeah, I'd say not. It's been raining a lot.
Yeah, so that probably definitely put them behind. Let's just see how they're doing. And the ones they have, looks like they've about halfway through their 5th frame. Let's see what they're doing. Wax, pollen, and they've done about half of this side. Interesting. Looks like they're building really well. And look, see when they're sticking there with their butts sticking out, they're actually eating that, and they're capping some.
Queen.
And there's the queen. So this one looks like all sugar water to me, but she could be laying.
Turn it over for the camera.
And this is all capped larvae. And it looks like mostly workers to me, though I might be mistaken about that. It could be also be drone. Drones stick out a little bit more, but I could be wrong. And yeah, looking really good. I'm not seeing any mites or anything, which mites are very tiny red things on them. So we'll keep looking for that more. Look how much that stuck out. One thing we're looking for here are signs of swarming, which it doesn't really look like there because they still have plenty of room. So we might wait till next week to add in. This is mostly, looks like more workers. You can see the larvae in there. I don't know if you can show them the larvae. All those little white things. And then the capped ones are already growing. And that's really even. So she's laying very well. Looks great. More larvae. And then also some pollen mixed in there too. This one looks like all pollen to me. But yeah, I think they should be ready next week. Hopefully we'll stop having quite so much rain, because I think that's been slowing them down. I've always seen Hive 1 as the smaller hive, but we'll see if that's still true. This one looks like sugar water and some nectar. I don't see it. This one's all uncapped larvae. I can see it in there, so she might be on here. But I don't see her. And this one's a lot of calf. Oh, is that the queen? No, I think that one's just a very light color. Ah. It's possible we'll see her in the video even if we don't see her here. That's what happened last time. Looks like it's mostly capped larva. There's the queen. See her? Bottom left, or yeah, over on that side. Yep, they seem fine. Like I said, it's just been raining a lot, so it makes sense that they'd be a little not, they've slowed down a bit. But yeah, they're fine. We're gonna leave that last one in there.
And our bee inspection parade has arrived. So thanks again for watching, everyone. If you didn't like this, click that dislike button, but if you did like this, click the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Get back to work, Needles.